Hi, I'm Kira. What we're going to show you today is how you can make a designer yarn, dress it up a little bit. You can take store-bought yarn that's really plain, not interesting, and make it something that'll be a lot of fun to knit or crochet with or whatever. You can take some crochet thread and you can feed beads onto it and ply it with something plain, and these are still both plain when you look at them, but then when you get done you can end up with something that looks more like this, where you've got your beads on there, you've got nice color contrast, and it would be a lot of fun. I'm Kira. Welcome to our continuation on the series of spinning, but today we're going to show you how to get a little fancy. We're not going to show you with hand spun, homespun, however you want to say it. We're going to show you how to take some yarn from the store and some crochet thread and have a little bit of fun and make some designer yarn. So what you can do is you can start out with some simple crochet thread, and you can put your beads that you might want as an accent straight on. Like if I wanted to do a fun yarn for a little girl as an accent to go on something else, this is what I would do. I would start by feeding the beads on. If you need a needle, please feel free to get one. It's just my beads are big enough this time that I don't need one. And I'm gonna take a second. I've got 9 beads and I'm feeding them on in pretty sparkle pink and then a pretty clear sparkle, because of course we as girls are crazy about sparkles and pink. Now we have them all strung on there, and what we will do next is show you how to put them both onto a bobbin. This is just going to be like your accent thread to go on there to ply with a regular one. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to just throw the crochet thread on my Lazy Kate there, and you don't have to have a leader thread. You can actually, when you're plying, just take your orifice hook through like this and tie it straight on to your bobbin. Make life a little easier, less thought. Yes, it is. And a pink crochet thread. Nothing fancy here. Just a way to dress up stuff from the store and make it your own. So we're going to start plying backwards. And we're going to check our tension and make sure that the yarn's coming out like it's supposed to. Okay. Because sometimes what you'll find with store-bought threads is that when you go to ply them, because of the way that they have spun it in the store, you might run into a little bit of trouble. Those are things you'll just have to work out as you go. Okay, and it's wrapping on for me now. And now I'm going to start working on feeding a bead. Okay? And you're going to want to do what we call anchoring it down, because it could just slip back and forth, and when someone is knitting or crocheting, that's going to drive them nuts. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin, and we're going to let the twist go a little bit. Let's see, which way was I going? I was going left. Okay, so I'm just going to anchor it down like that, and then I'm going to keep going. So you can see I've got this little bead on there. Looks cute, and running into a little bit of problem with the crochet thread twisted. We might have to take and put it in a basket on the side so that it's free to spin around. But now I've done that other bead. I'm going to slip this next one up to where I want it, and I'm just going to go back to spinning, and I'm going to make sure that I anchor this one again so that it doesn't slide, and then I'm just going to go right back into what I was doing.
Do a close-up of that going.
Okay. And you can make them as close as you want. I mean, if you wanted to get out a ruler and measure how far apart they are, you could. I'm not that picky. I figure randomness kind of creates that fun designer yarn. So I'll run with that. And I'm going to anchor it. Having a little problem there. Okay. And then I'm just going to keep spinning. The yarn doesn't want to pull out of the center of that. There we go. Had a little bit of a problem with the store yarn. Now sometimes you'll see that where a bead will come through and it wants to stick. As long as you know you've got a small enough bead to fit through the orifice, then just gently pull it through. And if you have to kind of watch it as it comes around, see it came right through the hooks, no problem. But there you see it on there. And I've got my pink, white, and purple beads on there. And now I'm going to go back to putting another one on. And you just keep going like this. Just remember to anchor them. And one of the tricks to anchoring them, I think, is to keep this one firm in your hand. Let me get the wheel going again. Kind of uneven. There we go. That'll make my life easier. Okay. We are having troubles now. Think there. That's what it was. Okay. See, I'm just holding it up and letting it twist around. You can do it as many times as you want or as few. You can hear the bead clicking through. Now let me show you one more bead and show you again how to hold your hands so that it gets grounded. Okay, so again, I'm holding this one straight out and this one up, and then I'm just kind of dropping my hand down a little. You can see how it naturally just wrapped a few times there and here. And then we're just going to come right back. I'm going to immediately grab another bead. This would be a little tedious if you wanted them really close, but then again, can you go and pick how close your beads are going to be together on your yarn if you just buy one from the store? No, that's why it's fun to do it yourself. So here we go. I'm just going to drop it down and go back. So there you have two that are close together, and you can do them as close, as far apart as you want. Just the importance again is to remember to make sure that they're anchored so that you're not getting sliding. Okay, we've just cut our thread, and I'm going to finish feeding this through. I'm going to hold on to it because unlike with wool, it's not going to stick as well because you've got two slick fibers going here because they're man-made and not got those hooks like wool does. And there's my bead. It wanted to stick a little bit, but no problem. Okay, now we're just going to feed this onto the bobbin. Let it finish going through. I actually don't have to do that. I can just unhook it. And I'm going to take the tension off a little bit here so that it'll spin freely. And I'm going to, because I want to show you this as if it were a loose skein hanging, I'm going to take it and wrap it around here on my elbow. Okay. And I only tied this loosely, so I should be able just to untuck it here. Let's see. If not, I'll just cut it and pull it off later. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm just going to reach in here and snip it right off. There. And I'm going to finish it, tucking it around my arm. Okay. So you've got a nice little mini skein with all of those beads on there to play around with. I mean, you can teach your kids to finger knit and play with it or whatever you want to do. But the neat thing is you don't have to even hand spin it. This can be just, I bought it at, a thrift shop and I wanted to dress it up.